Good afternoon, all of you. Today we are here for the celebration of National Energy Conservation Day. We have Dr. Pankaj Kumar Sharma along with us as the speaker of the day. Now, I would like to share some words for Dr. Pankaj. He did PhD from Aligarh Muslim University. He has long experience in his domain. Dr. Pankaj published many research papers uh, in national and international journals like Scopus, ABDC journals, etc. Now I would like to hand over the session to Mr. Dr. Pankaj Kumar Sharma. Sir, please, you can proceed now. Thank
Okay,
you so much for coming.
okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Gurpreet, for inviting me as an invited speaker in such a events on the occasion of National Conservation Day.
You are most
So,
welcome, sir. Thank you.
thank you very much.
Thanks for coming.
You have already introducing me, so I'm going to my topic. These are my slides. Okay, very warm wishes to all of you. Today we are celebrating National Energy Conservation Day. So, very important facts about the National Energy Conservation Day. What is its importance and why we are celebrating National Energy Conservation Day? And what are the benefits of National Energy Conservation Day? So, Government of India constitute a body, namely BEE, is observing 14th December as a National Energy Conservation Day for awareness of national citizens. Dear friends, International Energy Conservation Day also celebrating on that day, 14th December every year. So before going to start the lecture, we have to know about the importance of the National Conservation Day. Because to prevent the misuse of energy, this is very important. Save energy, save money, and save planet. All the peoples are facing problem day by day regarding the energy consumption and global warming, climate change. So, without awareness, it is very difficult to survive more and more. We are consuming our energy in the form of renewable, non-renewable, oil, petrol, CNG, day by day. What happens if the source of energies are not in service? So we have to think about that. How can we save the energy? Here, National Energy Conservation Day every year celebrating, but most of the people don't know about what is the aim and scope for celebrating National Energy Conservation Day. The concept is very simple for the awareness of misuse of energy, just like unnecessary electrical appliance, light, fan are in use without any usable. So we are destroying the energy, and we are unawareness about the concept of the energy. So it's very important to know everybody how can we save energy. So for the saving energy is the main concept before the celebrating of National Energy Conservation Day. Now question is that how can we save the energy? We can save energy by unnecessary use of electricity day by day, switch off the fan, switch off the light when they are not in use. Consumption of energy is very less. Now question is that why we are interested to save the energy? The answer is very clear: for better tomorrow. If we save energy today, then better tomorrow for the others. So it's very important. In the occasion of National Energy Conservation Day, I have personally suggestion to all the academic institutions. They have to write quiz competition. They have to arrange essay writing, poster writing, and debates and various programs for the awareness of the National Energy Conservation Day. So, National Energy Conservation Day, myself, Dr. Pankaj Kumar Sharma, I am elaborating the point about the National Energy Conservation Day. My agenda in this talk is what is the energy, types of energy, why to conserve energy, what can we do, energy conservation in industries, and energy conservation in India. And in this talk, we will elaborate the new technology known as green building. What is the green building and how the green building are useful for saving the energy and for better health and better environment. And what is the LEED certification? And we will discuss about the top 10 green buildings in India. So there are various ways to prevent the energy misuse. So in the starting, first of all, we will discuss about the energy. What is energy? Energy is defined the ability or capacity to do work. Very simple. Energy lights our cities, powers our vehicles, and runs machinery in factories. It warms and cools our homes, cooks our food, plays our music, and gives us pictures on television. What is the conservation of the energy? Already most of the people knows about the conservation of the energy. Energy can neither be created nor it can be destroyed. It can only be converted from one form to another. It is very simple to know about the conservation of the energy. Once again, I am repeating the term. Energy can neither be created nor it can be destroyed. It can only be converted from one form to another. For example, in a room heater, electrical energy is converted to the thermal energy. In the similar way, turbine converts mechanical energy stored in steam to electrical energy. So how the energy convert from one form to the another form? This is simply known as conservation of energy. If we go in the previous time, energy use has changed a great deal since people relied solely on the sun. Their own strong bodies or beasts of burden as energy resources. So you see the power of the sun, the strong body, beast of burden as energy resources. This is our previous time. And if we go in that direction, long ago, people learned how to use water power to run pedal wheels and wind power for transportation and irrigation. This is very typical time for agriculture and very typical history about the use of the energy. So there are various problems in that direction. People learned how to use water power to turn pedal wheels and wind power for transportation and irrigation. This is our historical aspects. People learned to use the chemical energy stored in materials like wood to cook and heat their homes. But machines and technologies introduced during the industrial revolution of the late 18th century required the use of other energy resources, especially fossil fuels. There are types of the energy. Mostly energy are used in the two forms. One is known as renewable energy and other is known as non-renewable energy. The basic difference in the renewable energy and non-renewable energy is very clear. Renewable energy can be used and can be renewed, but non-renewable energy used only once in a time. So in the renewable energy, it is the energy obtained from the sources that are essentially inexhaustible, such as sun and wind. Then the power of the sun and wind we have used again and again. That is the naturally phenomena which will occur in our daily life. So sun is the ultimate source of the renewable energy. And when we are thinking about the non-renewable energy, it is the energy that comes from the ground and is not replaced in a relatively short amount of time. Non-renewable energy examples: thermal power plants using fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum oil, or natural gas. And you know very well about the nuclear power plants. These sources are known as non-renewable energy source. If we think about the renewable energy, a renewable energy system converts the energy found in sunlight, wind, falling water, sea, waves, geothermal heat, or biomass into a form we can use, such as heat and electricity. So dear friends, heat and electricity can also be generated with the help of sunlight, wind, falling water, sea waves, geothermal heat, and biomass, and many more. So that will be the alternative source of energy in our daily life for daily phenomena. If we think about the renewable energy source examples, the concept is very clear in the form of solar energy, wind energy, hydropower energy, and biomass, geothermal, tidal energy, wave energy, and OTEC, ocean thermal energy conservation. So in the solar energy, you know very well about the solar power, solar cooker, solar TV, solar bulb, and solar homes also. And in the South India, most of the people are using wind energy to convert the energy. So it is also known as wind energy converted into the electrical energy. Hydropower, when tuning the water, then the electricity comes out from the running water or the tuning water is known as hydropower. You know very well about the biomass, and geothermal means the heat from the earth. When the heat generates from the earth, it can be converted into the mechanical energy and then electrical energy also. You see, in the sea there are tidal energy due to the tides of the wave, and wave energy and ocean thermal energy conversion OTEC is very important. So these are the renewable energy examples we have to use in India day by day. If you think about the solar power is a promising renewable energy resource then can be turned into electricity, and it is used in many toys and even home heating. The wind power is increasingly being used as a clean source of renewable energy. Turbines harvest wind on wind farms and generate electricity. So the wind energy is nothing but wind energy converted into the electricity. Okay, so this is the very alternative source. Hydroelectric plants use running water to generate electricity. However, they may flood nearby lands and can disturb the normal flow of water, both of which negatively affect the environment. So hydroelectric power plants have some advantages and have some disadvantages also. This is a typical picture of hydroelectric plants. If you see about the tides, the tidal power is a form of hydropower that converts the energy obtained from tides into electricity. This is the sea, the nearby area, substation, lock, power plants, inactive dike, gate, operating dam. This is the more requirement for producing the tidal power into the electricity. So if you see about the OTEC, in OTEC we use the temperature difference between the hot surface of the ocean and the cooler, deeper layers to generate electricity. In this power plant known as OTEC power plant, this is the warm water and this is the cold water that can be pumped to the ammonia pressure, and after turbine with the help of the generator they produce about the electricity. So hot junction and cold junction in the form of hot water and cold water in the OTEC power plant is very interesting phenomena and can be used day by day for the alternating source of energy. So we have to use about the OTEC after awareness of that OTEC power plant. In continuation of the energy conservation is the practice of decreasing the quantity of energy used for same quality and quantity of output. It may be achieved through efficient use in which case energy use is decreased, while achieving a similar outcomes. Energy conservation also include prevention of misuse of energy. This is very important term. Misuse of energy prevention is the alternating aim of energy conservation. Okay. Now question is that why to use conserve energy? What is the aim of conservation energy? The answer is very clear. Our energy demands are continuously increasing about 14% per day. If we see the data of 2015 to 16, India's energy demand was 111,4408 MU and availability was 1090851 MU, 2.1% shortage. Similarly, peak demand was 153366 megawatt and availability was 148,463, 3.2 shortage. So you see, the shortage of the energy 2.1 increases to the 3.2. So day by day, energy demand increasing, but availability of the power or energy is decreasing day by day. So we have to save energy for the better tomorrow. This is the basic requirement for the conservation of the energy. So conservation of energy must for all, with the awareness of conservation of energy. How can you save the energy? How can you conserve the energy? By using the prevention of the misuse of energy. Okay. To make up the gap between the demand and supply, new power plants have to be installed, which requires capital and time. To meet the growing demand, it has been assessed that additional generating capacity of 1 lakh megawatt has to be added by 2017, requiring an investment of 8 crore approximately. An alternate is energy conservation. Energy conservation measures can reduce power demand and building up of additional generating capacity of the extent it can be conserved. We have limited resources of fossil fuels available on earth. 60% reduced resources are consumed so far. We have limited resources of fossil fuels available on the earth. 60% resources are consumed so far. So what about 40%? We need a sustainable growth and save the resources for future generations. Energy conservation is one way to achieve this. Our electricity bill becomes less. Thermal power shares about 65% of total electricity in India and also in the whole world. Poisonous gases such as carbon monoxide, nitric oxide, sulfur oxide, and fly ash are released to the atmosphere, causing environment pollution. CO2 is released, which is the main factor for global warming and climate change. If we see sector-wise energy consumption, then we have found agriculture 5%, industry 49%, transport 22%, residential 10%, and others 14%. If we see the data, the 10% for the residential and agriculture 5% and 49 industries and others 14% are required. So this is the sector-wise energy consumption, which is very far for our demand and supply. Energy saving potential. If we see the sector versus potential, economy as a whole up to 23%, agriculture up to 30%, industrial up to 25%, transport up to 20%, and domestic and commercial up to 20%. So this is the energy saving potential nowadays. Electricity used for lighting. Nearly 10% of electricity is consumed for lighting in the residential and commercial building. This amounts to a connected load of approximate 11,000 million watts and annual electricity consumption of 50 billion kilowatt hour. So you have to differentiate the data. Energy savings in lighting system. We have make maximum use of natural light. So if we use natural light, then it is best way for the energy conservation. Switch off when not required. To use, you have to switch on, but you have not used, then switch off when not required. Modify lighting layout to meet the need. Select light colors and interiors. Provide time switches, photovoltaic controls, and photo sensors. Providing lighting transformer to operate at reduced voltage. Install energy efficient lamps and controls. Clean the sheet and luminaries regularly. LED light, incandescent light have the various difference. If you see energy efficiency and energy cost versus light emitting diode and incandescent light bulb and compact CFL, compact fluorescence. So you see very clearly differentiate the water. Lifespan average 50,000 hours of LED and 1200 hours only for light bulbs. And you think about the CFL, then 8,000 hours. So you think about this difference. Where is 50,000 hours? Where is 1200 hours? Where is 8,000 hours, which is more efficient to prevent the misuse of the energy? How can you save the energy? So if you are using the light bulbs, then it will be replaced by the LEDs. So better option over the light bulbs is the CFL, and the best option is light emitting diode. If you think about the watts of the electricity used, LED can be used 6 to 8 watts and incandescent light bulb 60 watt and CFL 13 to 15 watt. If we think about the consumption of the watts, you see 6 to 8 watt is more useful in comparison to 60 watt or 13 to 15 watts. So we have to change bulb and CFL both by the light emitting diodes. The tube lights and various lighting appliances made with the help of the LED can be used frequently by the everybody or the national citizens to prevent the misuse of the energy. Units of electricity used 329 and it's very far 3205 and 767. Annual operating cost 1,316 per year, 13,140 per year and 3,068 per year. So I appeal for all the Indian nationals, Indian citizens, if you use the LED instead of light bulbs of the CFL, then your electricity bill will be very less. You have to decide, you want to pay 1,316 per year or 13,140 per year or 3,068 per year. So this is the best option for reducing the electricity bill. So it is the matching with the save energy, save money. It is the direct combination of the save energy and save money. So this is the importance of the light emitting diode used as electrical appliances over the light bulbs and CFLs. Separate lighting transformer, and the other arrangement is separate lighting transformer to isolate from power feeder to avoid voltage fluctuation problem, energy saving at optimum voltage, install servo stabilizer if separate transformer is not feasible. In the electronics, energy savings 30 to 50% and less heat load into AC room. Metal halide in place of mercury and SVL lamps. CFT is in place of incandescent lamp. If you want to energy saving in the fan, fans are used extensively in summer months. Use of high efficiency fan motor and use of electronic regulator in place of conventional resistance regulator can lead to about 20% saving in energy. The fans with aerodynamic designs and improved impeller consume about 20% less energy but are 30% costlier as compared to the conventional fan. So you can replace the fan with this technology. If you think about the refrigerator, how can you save the energy from refrigerator? It is very clear. The efficiency of the refrigerators in India is rather poor. A typical 165-liter Indian refrigerator consumes about 540 kilowatt hour per year. Whereas on the other hand, the 200-liter Korean model consumes about the 240 kilowatt hour per year. So you can reduce the consumption of the power by replacing your refrigerator 540 to 240 kilowatt per hour. High efficiency refrigerators are not manufactured in India. These refrigerators use a different compressor design which are very sensitive to voltage of electricity supply. Unless quality of electric supply is improved, these refrigerators cannot be improved in India. Energy conservation in industries. If you think about the prevention of the misuse of the energy in the industries, so in the industrial sector, energy saving potential in different industrial equipments. You know about the boiler, compressor, furnace, diesel generating set, or simply known as DG set, motor, pump, and refrigeration. If you think about the new technology about the boiler, compressor, furnace, diesel generating set, motor, pump, and refrigeration, so it's very important to know about the how can you save the energy from the motors. The electric motors from the heart of the industries. Out of the total motor in operation, 98% are induction motors. Induction motors consumes 70% of total electrical energy generated. Capacity of motors in the form of the torque is directly proportional to the square of the voltage. Causes for energy loss in induction motors. The various causes of energy loss in induction motors are due to the following factors: oversized motors, rewound motors, improper voltage, and less efficient motor driving equipment, and ideal run. Oversized induction motor, the major reasons for oversizing motors may be due to starting torque requirements, access and safety factors, and ad hoc decisions. In the rewound motors, Rewound induction motors are common in Indian industries, especially in textiles, paper industries, and unorganized sector such as small flour mills, lathe soap, and agriculture farms. Induction motors are used even after more than 4 times rewound. Compressed air is used almost all types of the industries and accounts for a major share of electricity used in some of the plants. It is utilized for a variety of end uses such as tools and equipment instrumentation. Preferred in industries because of its convenience and safety. Compressed air is very energy intensive. Only 5% of electrical energy is converted to useful energy. Use of compressed air for cleaning is rarely justified. Ensure low temperature of inlet air. Increase in inlet air temperature by 3 degrees centigrade increases power consumption by 1%. It should be examined whether air at lower pressure can be used in the process. Reduction in discharge pressure by 10% saves energy consumption up to 5%. A leakage from a half-meter hole from compressed air line working at a pressure of 7 kg per centimeter square can drain almost rupees 2,500 per day. It is very big amount if you multiply for the others. Air output of compressor per unit of electricity input must be measured at regular intervals. Efficiency of compressors tends to deteriorate with time, so it will be improved. A cooling tower is a specialized heat exchange in which two fluids are brought into direct contact with each other to effect the transfer of the heat. In a spray-filled towers, this is accomplished by spraying a flowing mass of water into a rain like pattern, through which an upward moving mass flow of cool air is induced by the action of a fan. Replacement of insufficient aluminum or fabricated steel fan are molded FRP fans with aerofoil design results in electricity saving in the range of 15 to 40%. Install automatic on-off switching of cooling tower fans and save up to 40% of electricity cost. If you think about the pumps, most of the industrial process in and out of plants involve transportation of the fluids, and the pump is the only mechanical means available to facilitate this transportation. The prime movers can either be an electric motor, a diesel engine on a steam gas turbine. All prime mover consumes energy, petroleum products like diesel, oil, or gas to impart working capacity to the pump. Select a pump of the right capacity in accordance with the requirement. Improper selection of pump can lead to large wastage of energy. A pump with 85% energy at rated flow may have only 65% efficiency at half the flow. Matching of motor with appropriate size pump. Use of the throttling valve instead of variable speed drives to change flow of fluids is a wasteful practice. Throttling can use wastage of power to the tune of 50 to 60%. Proper installation of the pump system, including shaft alignment, coupling of motor and pump is a must. Drive transmission between the pumps and motors is very important. Loose belts can cause energy loss to 15 to 20%. Modern synthetic flats belt in place of conventional V belt can save 5% to 10% of energy. In the refrigeration and air conditioning, Refrigeration is the process of removing heat at low temperature level and rejecting it at a relatively high temperature level. This is called refrigeration. The items required for the makeup of a complete refrigeration and air conditioning system are refrigerating equipment, fans, pumps, cooling towers, filter, air handling units, and ducting. Depending upon the process, all of some of the items mentioned may be required. Closed door and windows while running the air condition. This is very useful techniques to prevent the consumption of the energy. Don't use a window fan while the air conditioner is on, but do use a ceiling fan. Use of double doors, automatic door closures, air curtains, double glaze windows, polyester, sun films reduce the heat ingress and air conditioning load of building. Maintain condensers of proper heat exchange. A 5C decrease the evaporator temperature, increase the specific power consumption by 15%. The compressor of the central air conditioner should be located in cool shade place outside. Specific power consumption of compressor should be measured at regular intervals. The most efficient compressors to be used for continuous duty and other on standby. The duct system should be properly sealed. This could save 10% to 15% of electricity into air conditioner. If we think about the lighting, clean the lamps and fixtures regularly. Illumination level fall by 20 to 30% due to collection of dust. Use of 36 watt tube light instead of 40 watt tube light saves electricity by 8 to 10%. Use of sodium vapor lamps for area lighting in place of mercury vapor lamps saves electricity up to 40%. In the boiler, this is used in the industrial unit to convey heat for different process application. Steam is commonly used as a heating medium mainly due to two reasons. One, it is generated from water which is usually available, and two, it is available to store a large quantity of heat at a temperature which can be conventionally used. Various types of the fuels, namely coal, gas, biomass, etc., are used for steam generation in the boiler, depending on the availability of the fuel and cost economics prevailing in the plant. The motive of the industry should be to generate the required quantity and quality of steam at minimum possible cost. This can only achieved by reducing the various avoidable heat losses occurring within the boiler system, thus improving the efficiency of the same. All possible attention should be paid to control excess air by monitoring oxygen level in flue gas and also by inspection of the flame color. Remove soot deposits when flue gas temperature rises 40 degrees centigrade above the normal. A coating of 3 mm thick soot on the heat transfer surface can cause an increase in fuel consumption of as much as 2.5%. Soot blowers can always be maintained in preference working condition so that their regular and periodic use does not suffer. Recover heat from the steam condensate. For every 6 degrees centigrade rise in the boiler, feed water temperature through condensate return, there is 1% saving in fuel. Improve boiler efficiency. Boiler should be monitored for fuel gas losses, radiation losses, incomplete combustion, below down losses, excess air, proper control, and decrease the consumption up to 20%. Use only treated water in boilers. The formation of 1 mm thickness on the water increase fuel consumption by 5 to 8%. Stop steam leakage. Steam leakage from a 3 mm diameter hole on pipeline carrying steam at 7 kg per centimeter square would waste 32 kilo of fuel oil per year, amounting to a loss rupees 3 lakhs. Maintain steam pipe insulation. It has been estimated that a barrage steam pipe 150 millimeter in diameter and 100 millimeter in length, carrying saturated steam at 8 kilogram per centimeter square, would waste 25 of furnaces oil in a year, amounting to an annual loss of 2.5 lakhs. If we think about the DG sets, depending on the type of the industry and the magnitude of the connected load, DG sets are employed in various modes like the standby mode to meet a part of full requirement of the plant in case of the power failures, the peak load mode to meet the requirement during peak demand, thereby reducing maximum demand. Maintain diesel engine regularly. A poorly maintained injection pump increases fuel consumption by 4 gram per kilowatt hour. Blocked filters increases fuel consumption by 2 kilogram per kilowatt hour. Measure fuel consumption per kilowatt hour of electricity generated regularly. Take corrective action in this case, show the rising trend. So the another way, by the efforts of government of India, energy audit should be there, and energy audit already monitored by the consumption of the energy. During the energy audit, auditors inspect, analyze, and evaluate the energy consumption. They assess how much energy an industry uses and pinpoints the opportunities for energy saving. Accurate measurement of energy consumed is necessary for energy audit to arrive the energy conservation measures. Energy conservation in distribution. Reduction of line loss by replacing a smaller number of larger transformers with large number of smaller transformers located nearby the loads, and thus reducing the length of the LT lines. Such an arrangement will result in better voltage, less outage, increased transformer life, easier replacement of failed transformer, and fewer consumers are affected by the transformer failures. And another way, improvement of the power factor to 0.9 through LV switched capacitor panels on all transformers supplying to pump sets. Use of the energy efficient transformers to reduce no load losses. If you think about the transformer capacity and the loss with silicon steel and loss with the amorphous steel, the 25 kilowatt of kV transformer have 100 watt, and this is the 25 watt. This is the 180 watt, 63. This is the 45. This is the 100, 260. This is the 60. So you think about two combination. Silicon should be used or amorphous metal should be used. It is very important to know about the consumption of the energy. What we can do for conservation of the energy or for saving the energy. In our everyday lives, we can also work to conservation energy, insulating turning off lights and only using appliances like dishwashers when they are full are just some of the ways people can limit energy use in their homes. Turn off all electronic devices that are not in use. Not only turn them off, but try to remember to unplug them. You will be surprised how much you will save this simple step. Also, carpooling, bicycles, and taking public transportation are effective energy saving. The energy intensity per unit gross domestic product GDP is much higher than India. 3.7 times of Japan, 1.5 times of USA. Then many of the countries of the world, leading to high wastage of energy, power shortage, and uncompetitive product pricing in the international trading. Assessed potential of 25,000 megawatt energy saving. Energy conservation measures can reduce peak and average demand. One can save avoid 2.5 to 3 times of fresh capacity addition. Investment in energy conservation is high cost effective, can be achieved less than 1 crore per milliwatt. In the achievement of the 2015 to 16 data, the MW saved 9355 and energy saved 19190 MU and money saved Rs 191040 million. So this is the effect of the energy saving, and reduction of carbon dioxide 40 million ton. So this is the achievement in the year of 2015-16. How much energy saved, how much energy money saved, and how the carbon dioxide reduced 40 million. So this is the big achievement by using this practice. In the government of India announced the misuse of energy is the offense. So in the legal aspects, Energy Conservation Act introduced by the government of India and enacted in October 2001 and become effective from 1st March 2002. This is very important about the BEE, Bureau of Energy Efficiency, operational Z from 1st March 2002. So from the 1st March 2002, the energy consumption, energy misuse is the crime according to the law imposed by the government of India. So you have to think about the save energy for the betterment of our nation and for the becoming a good citizen and play the very vital role in the energy saving for the nation. Important features of the EC Act: standard and labeling, such as evolve minimum energy consumption and performance standards for notified equipments and appliances. Prohibited manufacture and scale of equipment and appliances not conforming for standard. Introduce mandatory labeling to enable consumers to make informed choice. What are the labels? The standard labels are: energy efficient standards are sets of procedures and regulations that prescribe the energy performance of manufactured products, sometimes prohibiting the scale of the products less energy efficient than the minimum standard. If you think about the labeling, energy efficiency labels are informative labels affixed to manufactured products indicating a product's energy performance in order to provide consumers with the data necessary for making informed purchases. In the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, they have some important roles: implementation of provision of Energy Conservation Act, quick coordination, policy research, promotion of energy efficiency, development of new financial instruments, and awareness creation. Energy Conservation Day. India is observing 14th December as Energy Conservation Day to create awareness among the people. This is the main theme of our lecture. The best way is the green buildings. Green buildings are also a future technology for the prevention of the energy, which play a very powerful role for the energy saving. So you have to know about the concept of the green buildings for a better future. What is the green building? Green building is the practice of creating structures and using processes that are environmentally responsible and resource effective. We can also say that green building design and construction is a method that wisely using resources to create homes and commercial buildings that are high quality, healthier, more energy efficient. Why do we need green buildings? So you have to know globally buildings are responsible for a huge share of energy, electricity, water, and materials consumption. Building account for 18% global emissions today, or the equivalent of 9 billion tons of carbon dioxide annually. The building sector has the greatest potential to deliver significant cuts of emission at little or no cost. According to the United Nations Environment Program, if new technologies in construction are not adopted now, emission could double by 2050. Green building practices aim to reduce the environmental impact of building. If we see the difference between the green building versus conventional buildings, so they are mainly features environment friendly, conserve natural resources like water and energy, generates less waste and pollution, and cost saving and health benefits. If you see about the conventional grading, the green building can reduce energy use, carbon dioxide gas, water use, and solid waste. This is the reduction by the green building is possible in the India also. Then energy use and carbon dioxide, water use, and solid waste. This is the important features of the green buildings. So you have to maintain green building and you have to construct about the green building. There are 5 principles of green buildings. One is sustainable site design and water conservation and quality, energy and environment, conservation of resources and reuse of materials, and indoor environment quality. Green building benefits. If you think about the India, this is the typical picture of Rajiv Gandhi International Airport. Hyderabad is India's 6th busiest airport. It has a set of benchmark for the green building in India. The structure of the airport is designed in a way so as to consume less water, less electricity, and conserve natural resources. So this is the attraction of the India, the green building in terms of Rajiv Gandhi International Airport. I hope you have to see about the green building. So what is the LEED certification? Any green building certified by the USGBC, US Green Building Council. US Green Building Council had a certificate in the form of the LEED. So what is the LEED? And what is the history of LEED? The US Green Building Council, co-founded by the David in 1993 in a non-profit trademark, and it is the development of the LEED green building rating system. When you have constructed the green building, so it must be certified by the LEED. What is the LEED? LEED is the leadership in energy and environmental design. So this certification must be achieved by the owner of green building in volunteer mark driven in the form from individual buildings and homes to entire neighborhoods and community. LEED is transforming the way environment and design constructed and operated. Comprehensive and flexible, LEED address the entire life cycle of the building. Why LEED? Why the requirement of the LEED? LEED certified buildings are designed to lower operating cost and increase asset value, reduce harmful greenhouse gas emission. The energy use reduced by 24 to 50%, CO2 emission 33% to 39%, water use by 40%, and solid waste 70%. These are the basic achievements by the main building. Main credit categories are sustainable, water efficiency, energy and atmosphere, materials and resources credit, and the indoor quality equipment. These are the attraction features of the main building categories. This is the awareness of education, innovation and design, location and linkage, green infrastructure and credits, and regional priority credits. These are the rating system for the achievement of the LEED certification. So this must be fulfill the quality. If you see about the project How to register a project? You can choose register, submit, and review, and the certify or the LEED certification. The LEED certifications are provided for the commercial buildings as well as residential and mixed use of the developments. So the LEED new construction and major renovations, LEED of existing building, LEED for interiors. If you think about the LEED certification, so there are 4 types of the rating in the India. In the India, there are 4 certificates. The certified should be pointed by the 32 to 39, silver 40 to 47 point, and gold 48 to 59, and platinum 60 to 80. So the best way to achieve the LEED certificate is the main requirement of the green building. The advantages and the disadvantages of the LEED rating system in India. LEED India certificate projects blend enhanced environmental, economic, and occupant-oriented performance. Often when a LEED rating is pursued in the India, so you can see about the top 10 green buildings in the India. In the ITC Green Center is the attraction of the green building. ITC Green Center is a hotel division headquarters located in Sector 32, Gurgaon. So you have to see about the green building concept in the ITC Green Center. I hope you must be enjoy in that green building. The conclusion, the LEEDs can be integrated to any construction and renovation project. By taking the integrated approach of design, LEEDs brings valuable environment saving. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Pankaj sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Dr. Gurpreet. On the behalf of College of Engineering, I would like to thanks for valuable session. It is very informative session for us. In this session, Dr. Pankaj explained very well about the energy saving and its use. He also gave a brief knowledge about green building. Green building help us cost saving, and it has also health benefits for us. In this session, he also focused on LEED and green building. As he explained, only 10% energy used for lighting and 90% used for the luxury purpose. So we have to control on the misuses of energy. And again, I would like to say thanks, sir. Thank you for coming, Dr. Pankaj. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank you,
lot.
ma'am. Thank you.